Active. I'm Coach Pirillo. Thank you for tuning in to Teach Phys Ed. I wanted to take the time in this video, if you can't tell by the description, to explain the field day that I use. I don't know why it's taking me this long to make a video about it, but the field day I use, I learned a long time ago. I've done it for every year but my first year teaching. I learned it from my friend Johnny, and we do a partner field day. We call it buddy field day. I know some people do call it partner field day. So what we do is we take the grade levels, and we put kindergarten, first grade, second grade outside, third, fourth, and fifth. They're in the morning. Third, fourth, and fifth are in the afternoon. So we divide it into two, and I usually have them go for a couple hours, an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours. And they compete in different stations. We have anywhere from 30 to 36 stations set up outside. Some simple ones, some a little bit more detail. And so what the kids get to do is they get to go around on their own and choose whichever activities they want to do. And we tell the kids, take turns choosing. You choose one, your partner chooses one. You choose one, your partner chooses one. So they go back and forth picking and choosing. We do try to encourage them and tell them you need to try to do all the stations before you repeat. And I'll talk to you in a moment about how that looks. So they have their partner. Our kindergartners, we pair them up in groups of 4, and then I bring 5th graders out to come help me take them around because it's their first field day and we want them to enjoy it. And so they have a 5th grade helper to kind of help show them the ropes. And so that's worked really well. In terms of when now, sometimes my population at my school is a lot larger some years over others because we're a big growing population. So what I have had to do is I've had to divide it out to 3 different times for the kids, and I've had to shorten their day. So instead of hour 45 minutes to 2 hours, it's probably, I think, an hour and a half to hour 45 minutes, somewhere in there. And so same kind of system, but we put K1 together, we put 2, 3 together, and put 4, 5 together. And so they have the same thing. I still bring 5th graders in to help our kindergartners. They're still in group 4. Everybody else just has a partner, and they're rotating to the different ones on their own. What we have the teachers do while they're in field day is they kind of walk and monitor around. They help bring, if kids have to go to the bathroom, they need to go in and see the nurse. They help kind of crowd control if we have any parents that aren't in the area they should be. I usually get parents come and volunteer, so my parents run the stations. I know some people have contacted like your high school or middle school to get any of those honor kids who have to fill in their volunteer hours, so that works too. I know some people may have contacted local churches who will come in, and they have big groups that are always looking to help out in the community. So there's all kinds of different resources you use. I've just used the parents because they love coming up and helping and seeing their kids play and stuff like that. But they run the station, so when the kids come up, they tell them how to play, and then the kids play it, and they just kind of help with that. I mentioned before some ways we find out how kids kind of track. So I've done a couple different things. One, we used to print it out on a badge and then give them a safety pin, and they would clip it. Problem was sometimes that would rip and tear. Even though if I use cardstock, it would rip and tear off, or even when it's laminated, it'd get wet and it'd come off. So we kind of went away from that. We went to using field day shirts. And then on the back of the field day shirts, I would have printed the stations that we were doing with a checkbox next to it. So when the volunteers are out there and the kids have competed, they just do a checkbox in the area of the station that they run. So that way they can also make sure that they've gone through all of it. Parent volunteers are really great at keeping track of all that. In terms of my end organizing wise for the stations, I do have the rules written out step by step, kind of how to run the station, and then I put them in an envelope. And then when the parents come to check in, I usually give them the Sharpie for the shirt and the envelope for their directions. So that's kind of how I run mine. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I think that's everything. I'm not 100% sure. So please let me know if you have any questions. I'm Coach Pirillo, reminding you to keep on moving.